Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of What's Wrong with Wrestling. I'm Andrew Pisano, along with my brother Joe Pisano.
Oh, sorry.
What's up?
Went right into the Undisputed Era.
You did?
Yeah.
You got the shirt on?
It's kind of my uniform for this show.
You look like you could be a member.
I thank you. Although I'm a foot taller than all of them.
I'm the muscle.
And now we have the giant, Joe Pisano, with us. There's no stopping us. I'm a little concerned about their future because of their size. They're all like Finn Balor size.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now,
You mean on the main roster? Because
on the main roster.
Vince doesn't like tall, short guys.
100%.
Even though champ in NXT is short and he's the fucking champ.
They're all so small. You know what I mean? I was watching, although wrestling, right? I mean, they don't do this anymore. Matter of fact, they stopped billing height because they know we all know the truth. Yeah. So that unless you're the Big Show or they want to just comment about Kane or Braun Strowman, they don't really talk about height anymore. Because I think Braun Strowman's probably like 6'8" in real life. Yeah. 7 feet tall. You know what I mean? You know, Big Show's legit. Kevin Nash, legit. I mean, I met him, right? I was like, but like, they don't build it anymore. I was watching, again, the internet's a wonderful thing. You want to lose an hour of your life, just go to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, any of these. And one of them was Ric Flair versus Kerry Von Erich right after his brother committed suicide. Yeah. In a stadium. I forget which one. And, he beats Flair for the NWA title. And Flair is billed. They showed his height. And how tall is Flair? Like right now, even in his old age, take an inch or two off. Like how tall do you think Flair is?
5'10", maybe. I don't.
Ric Flair right now?
I didn't know how tall he was. 5'8".
I mean, I would say right now he's probably 5'6".
Yeah,
probably like Dad's height. Like right now, he looks so. I mean, next to Charlotte, they're like this.
Yeah, true.
So I think at his maybe at his tallest, I think he was 5'8", 5'9".
Okay.
In wrestling, they're like, and it said 6'3", 245 pounds.
Yeah, right.
Again, that's wrestling.
But
Hogan was 7 feet tall.
Sean was like billed as 6'2", I think. You know, like.
So I get that. I just thought that was funny. I was like, oh, Flair was my height.
Yeah.
When that was the thing with a couple 3-inch extra in the boots and the ring being higher than everybody. No one really knew. Yeah. No one really knew. But I'm a little concerned about my boys, the Undisputed Era, and what they'll do. Wrestling, but it's not just about McMahon. You have to be kind of big to have like who's the smallest? Even Rey Mysterio. At some point, you're like, all right. Yeah. How is he gonna? Okay.
And he was only the champ for like 3 months, I think.
Yeah.
He lost it pretty fucking quickly.
Right.
They gave him his moment, but then they got rid of it.
Like when he's kickity flippity doing like Undertaker, guys like Braun Strowman, Big Show, right? He's beaten Big Show. He's beaten. I don't know if he ever beat the Undertaker, but like he has great matches with these guys.
Yeah, Mysterio no, because Taker was always like a face once.
Remember they had that big match on SmackDown. Like huge match for the title, and Taker beat him.
Mysterio?
Yeah.
So Taker was bad guy then?
I think so. But they had like a huge match, and it was almost like Shawn Taker. And Shawn's about as tall as you can be to still think maybe you can beat a giant. Yeah. And then Rey Mysterio's a foot shorter than Shawn.
Yeah, he is.
And it's like he's just doing all these moves. You're just like, Undertaker would just be like, and just knock him out.
Ray's short, but he's really buff.
I know, but he's still so tiny.
But Balor's short, and he's not. I mean, he's got a nice body, like if you look at it, but there's no mass.
There's no
muscle mass on Balor. Yeah, that's Balor's problem. Daniel Bryan's short, but he's kind of thick.
He's thick.
He's pretty fucking thick.
You can believe he'll pack a punch.
Like, the Lesnar Daniel Bryan match was really good. It was actually convincing that he could actually win this match.
Well, plus that you've billed Daniel Bryan as I'll do whatever it takes. Yeah, I'll you know what I mean. It's hard
to him in the balls.
Hard to pin him. Right. Dean Ambrose Lesnar was good because it wasn't as good as it should have been, but it's hard to pin. Dean Ambrose hard to pin. Right. Yeah. I don't think Balor has that hard to pin kind of.
Again, you'd have to be the demon. You know, like there's no way if you had him fight
the powers of the demon.
If you had him fight Lesnar, there's no way he could do it without being the demon. Otherwise, we're just wasting our time.
Right. Because it's believable. Well, the Demon beat Lesnar.
It's the Demon.
Not Finn Balor.
Like Baron Corbin.
Let's get it right.
You no-showed and brought the Demon instead.
Yeah. So, of course you won.
Yeah.
Lost to a supernatural being.
Right.
Duh.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah. What were we talking about again?
We were just starting the show. No, the Undisputed Era and their size.
Oh, right.
And,
Yeah.
You know, they're all like 5'7", I think, every one of them. If I had to guess in real life,
sure,
it's got to be like that, right?
Yeah.
What's Johnny wrestling like?
He's like around there too.
5'6"?
Yeah, probably.
5'7", we'll give them 5'8".
Yeah.
You think about my bro Sean.
Again, Sean's probably like 5'9" at best in like, you know what I mean?
Shawn Michaels?
Yeah.
Oh, you think like he stops at... I always thought he was a legit 5'10". Because when you stand him next to these other guys, he has a couple inches.
Okay.
Unless it's more like 5'8", 5'6".
How tall is like... yeah, it's hard to know because like... How tall would you say Triple H is? You probably guess he's 6'3", but is he 6'3"?
No, because I think Orton's 6'3", like a legit 6'3".
Orton looks taller than that.
I think Orton just because he's around everybody else. I don't want to say Orton's 6'3", Triple H is 6'1", Sean's 5'10". That's what I'd put my money on if I had a guess today.
Today or in his prime?
No, I mean if I had a...
Sean's probably shorter now, right?
Like they're shorter because
they're
getting old.
Yeah.
I meant if I had to put money on it at this moment is what I meant. That's what I would say their heights are / were in their prime.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody shrinks.
All right. I don't know. Yeah, it's tough to say. Because how tall was Brett? And who was taller there? Sean was always... He looked like at least a few inches shorter than Triple H. So, yeah. 6'1", 5'10".
5'9".
Yeah. Again, they do this
5'9.5".
Again, this
Sean's
isn't
height.
This isn't just a wrestling thing. They do this in all sports. They all lie. I know this for a fact. Case Keenum was listed as 6'2" when he was on the Texans. He still might be listed as 6'2". He was listed as 6'2". I'm legit 6 foot. Like on the dot, I'm 6 foot. I've measured it many times. I'm 6 foot right on the dot.
You are? Really?
Yeah.
I have 3 inches on you?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like that.
Well, unless you exaggerated, but I'm like right on the dot, 6 foot.
Yeah.
So like, and I interviewed Case Keenum after practice one day.
Yeah.
And I was taller than him, like by at least a couple inches.
Sure.
So he's 5'10" at best, listed as 6'2". Drew Brees is listed as 6 foot. What is he, 5'8"? Like, you know, like.
Yeah. What is Stone Cold listed as?
I think he was listed as 6'3".
Saw the picture. You know what I mean? It was considerable room. Sean's build height is 6'1".
Yeah, come on.
I bet Triple H's build height is 6'1".
No.
Like, I wonder if it's like something...
6'3".
Build height 6'4".
6'4".
He's not 6'4". I'm taller than Triple H.
I would guess Orton's a legit 6'5", but I could be wrong.
No,
when he's like standing next to Kane...
Look, what is he in here? 6'5" in here.
Orton?
Build.
Orton?
So I think he's 6'3".
Okay.
I think he's 6'3".
Yeah.
And then just take 2 inches off everyone's height. Mm-hmm. Only maybe 3 off of Sean's.
Right.
And that's probably what everybody is. Let's see what Ric Flair... There's got to be like somewhere we can find out like how tall these guys...
Actual height. They probably don't even know.
Ric Flair's build height, 6'3", 6'2", 6'1", 6 feet, 5'10". No.
As the decades go by.
It says he's 6'1", and we know for a fact Sean's taller than him.
I bet they don't even know because they've been kayfabe lying about it for, you know? I bet Flair has no clue.
Yeah.
Because he's been kayfabing it up for 40 years.
My dick is foot long. What?
Yeah.
Foots? It's foot long.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody knows. Pro wrestling actual
There's no way.
heights.
How would anyone know? You found something?
I don't know. Yeah, who the hell knows what I'm even looking at, but this is like a forum.
Oh gosh. It's just a list of a bunch of people you can't even search.
Yeah, like what are these guys like looking at the doctor's
It says Big Show 6'9".
He's currently 6'9.5". Yeah, these are gotta be guesses. Let's at least get to like here, Randy Orton, build at 6'5", and his prime was 6'4", and he's currently 6'4". Kane's currently 6'6", like
What?
he's lost 3 inches.
Yeah, what?
But I think what they mean is like in your prime with your boots and maybe your hair,
Sure, yeah.
and like you're just big, right?
Even Taker though, they didn't build Taker as 7 foot. They would always say 6'10". For some reason, it's like why not just say 7 foot? But like, Yeah.
Triple H is currently 6'2.5". I don't
Currently.
think so. I don't think so. Anyway, this is just a website. Who the hell knows? Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. He's so fucking thick. You'll think he's 7 foot if you see him in real life.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Wide. Yeah.
It's like, remember when we saw Matt Bloom, Prince Albert, backstage?
Yeah.
And he was like, it was in San Antonio where the Takeover show was 2 years ago, the night before the Rumble 2017. And the hallways were so thin. And Matt Bloom walking through the hallway.
He had to walk sideways near the stairs.
Yeah.
The little staircase hallway. Yeah. He literally had to walk sideways and walk like this.
He was the
Dude
width.
is thick.
He was the width of the hallway.
Yeah.
Like,
how tall would you say he was?
he was
big. He was big, right? Like 6'3"?
Yeah.
And thick?
Yeah.
So he's probably built
That's the thing is like
7 feet tall.
You and him are probably the same height, but he looks so much bigger just because he's so wide.
Right.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Like how does it's crazy.
So beefy.
When you watch the Andre the Giant documentary and they're like, just being him was a pain. Like, like going on planes. Like imagine how Matt Bloom must feel, but then imagine how Andre felt.
Right.
How
do you travel on commercial airlines?
Especially back then. When
you and I could barely travel on commercial airlines.
Yeah, totally.
We're the like I said, I've always said this about my height.
Yeah.
6'3" is the maximum height where you could live as a normal adult. Right. Because I know I'll walk through so many doorways where I can almost feel the top of my head walk through it. And I'm like, okay. If I'm 6'4", I'm banging my head there because I didn't even look at it. You know what I mean? And cars, like bzzz, all the way back, I'm just enough room to be comfortable in like a full-size car.
And back when they had the TVs in the middle of the plane,
yes,
you would always hit your head on them.
Yes,
in the eye, just walking the aisle.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'd always hit it, which is not just a height thing, but a intelligence thing as well. And. Yeah. So what was I going to say about in the car?
You barely fit in a car.
Oh, I think anything taller than 6'3", and people are like, "What are you, 7 feet?" You know what I mean? Because I even get like, "What are you, 6'5"?
Yeah.
No. 6'6"? No.
Right.
So I think when you're 6'4", 6'5", people are like, "Oh, you're just huge.
Right.
You're just 7 feet. I'm just going to call you 7 feet."
Yeah.
So, when you see a legit 7-footer, it looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
It looks crazy.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Adam Carolla had this whole thing about, like, hotel showers. Like these old hotels, like, they would make the shower thing so short.
This is how any hotel that's older than, like, 30 years.
Yeah.
It's on my chest if you're listening and not watching. Literally on my chest.
Right.
Like that.
He's like, yeah, that's how tall people were. They need to fix all these showers.
I'm like this.
He's like, they need to fix all these shower heads and raise them up.
For some reason, you get a random one here, and you're just like, when was this made?
Right.
Like yesterday.
Yeah.
Because the average human is definitely growing.
Yeah,
There's more of us, and I screwed up my microphone. There's more of us, and the average human is growing.
Right.
This is not a good thing.
No.
So
definitely not.
Yeah.
So, anyways, this is the NXT.
That's our show,
this
right?
is the NXT podcast.
Yeah.
In case you forgot what you were listening to.
The only tangent podcast is part
yeah.
of the WWWW universe.
Exactly. It's a good thing we did that because otherwise the podcast wouldn't be that long.
These have been quick ones for
sure.
Because,
it was another good episode, but...
like 3 things happened.
Only a few things happened,
yeah
exactly. Because there were 2 long matches.
Yeah.
So we start things off with Io Shirai versus Lacey Evans versus Mia Yim versus Bianca Belair in a #1 contender match.
Now, if I told you we had a fatal 4-way match on Raw to determine the #1 contender, okay? How many times out of 100 would you be like, I enjoyed that?
I don't know.
I'll give you Sasha. I'll give you Bailey. And forget brands. I'll throw in like Becky and Charlotte.
Yeah.
The 4 horsewomen. They're going to have a match.
Yeah.
How many out of 10 would be good?
Out of 10?
Like they're the best wrestlers on the show right now.
Right. They are. 3? Yeah.
Right. No, that's fine. I mean, this is not a woman thing. If I told you how many quadruple, fatal 4-ways for the men.
Of course.
It's 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
NXT does everything better.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that at least 2 of these girls I've never enjoyed watching wrestle.
Right.
Never.
No, I know.
And I'm watching moves where I'm like, oh, that was amazing.
Yeah.
That was cool. What is this Lacey Evans springboard elbow drop?
Yeah, I know.
Where she gets her feet all the way around.
Yeah.
And the weight of her elbow falls on her opponent. Amazing.
Yeah.
This match was great. This was a great match.
Yeah.
And you don't know who was going to win. I mean, we figured
Yeah, of course.
Bianca was gonna get the push here, but like it could have gone either anyway. Great moves, great match, nice finish.
You figure they could have extended the whole Kairi Sane thing by having Io win since she's her friend and all that, and Bianca's a heel, so I guess she's turning face now.
I guess, or this go do a heel.
Right, but if someone had to be a face, it'd be her. I think she'll just be face by proxy. Someone has to work face in the match.
Yeah. Yeah, they've never,
It's got to be Bianca.
They turned
Shayna's
Dream face for 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
To fight
right.
Ciampa,
So there's a nice spot when Lacey Evans whipped Io Shirai out of the ring and onto Bianca.
Yes.
That was cool.
Very cool.
Evans did her version of the Bronco Buster to Yim and Shirai at the same time. That was hot.
Lacey looked amazing.
Yeah, she has some good stuff.
I mean, but she looked amazing too.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
She always does.
She was really in the military.
Yeah, she was.
I looked her up.
Yep.
Did a little research.
Yeah, you did. Evans also hit the women's right on Mia Yim and went for the pin, but Shirai broke it up and hit Evans with a moonsault.
Was that the late breakup?
Yeah.
It was one where it was like 1, 2.
The ref just held it in the air. Yeah. Shirai then went for the pin, but Bianca broke it up with her hair whip. Whoosh.
So hold on.
Whoosh.
Really? This hurts enough to break up a pin?
Sure.
You're going to win the #1 contender? I'm going to tell you, if you flinch, you don't get the #1 contender.
Yeah.
I just think I don't like breakups that are
it's like a chop, right?
That are cheesy.
Like
I don't like
chop.
these breakups.
Yeah.
Or the ref just sees you coming.
Yeah, and
you
stops.
do this. He's like,
Right.
No, he's still laying on him. 3.
It's just a timing issue.
3. You have to push them off
Right.
of their opponent. This like coming down and barely hitting someone crap has to stop.
Yeah.
It has to stop. It's more than a timing issue. A lot of times they'll just go in and like touch them.
Right.
Alicia Fox. And we need to like fix this because it just looks stupid.
I didn't mind the hair whip though. It's kind of I imagine that's
different.
like the same as a chop. You know, if you chop someone,
It's the end of her.
it makes a nice
like
sound.
if I whipped you with like a heavy, like one of these wires.
But
like
she-
that. Like
but
you'd
she-
be like, ow, but I'm not getting
but-
up for my pin.
But she doesn't slap her leg or anything, so it makes a loud sound. So it's got to hurt a little bit. It makes that sound.
Yeah. You
You
know,
know?
on Flash, a lot of things.
Right.
A good sound. But
I think that's like if you made like a rat tail out of a towel and whoosh, you know?
Yeah.
I made Dominic bleed once. Literally, I hit him right in the stomach and it cut him open.
Right. Yeah.
So I think it could be, I think it hurts.
I'm sure it hurts a little. But to break up a pin attempt, I thought it was kind of like,
It's a loud noise. Anything loud is like
Right.
a big deal in wrestling.
Yeah.
So
But I'm not really picking on this specific move. I'm just more picking on like wrestling in general. Push them off.
Yeah.
Or come like boom hard.
I like Cesaro's pin breakup because he literally he's the only one that does it. I haven't seen anyone do it before where he just crawls
Bulldoze.
and
Yeah.
bulldozes. That's the right word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Just
They both all go rolling. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Clearly, there's no more pinning here.
right. Yeah, I like what he does there.
Yep.
So yeah, she does the hair whip and then she throws Shirai out of the ring onto Mia, and then she hit her finisher on Evans to pick up the win, which is like the torture rack, and it's like a reverse AA, I guess, kind of.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bianca Belair versus Shayna Baszler
Yeah.
for the NXT Women's Championship at TakeOver Phoenix. Right
Interesting.
now, I have no idea, but you know,
If I had to pick, I just the undefeated thing gets old. You can't keep doing it with everybody. You know what I mean? They fucked up the Asuka thing in a way. Again, I like the surprise at WrestleMania because I didn't expect it. I still think she should have won, but I was like, okay, that's a hell of a surprise. We never saw that coming. Like when Lesnar beat Taker,
right?
he shouldn't have, but at the end, we're like, yeah, we're okay with it because it was a great shot.
That's totally. I mean, yeah. Again, like Taker's. You know, that's
Biggest
he really
shock
built
ever?
up. Yeah, right. It is,
Right?
And I'm not upset. We were upset at the time, which is the whole point. But like in the end, that should have been Taker's last match.
Yeah.
What was he, 50 something at the time? And
At the time. That was 10 years ago.
Asuka's, Asuka's still in her prime, and
Yeah.
that should have been her moment, her WrestleMania moment. Like,
So
Taker at that point had plenty of WrestleMania moments, 21 in fact.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a big difference there. Like,
So I don't know. Give me. I would lean Baszler right now. If I had to pick it right now.
Yeah.
Like I don't think Bianca has enough. I don't know. Unless she goes like super face turn during the next few episodes.
And that's what Dream did.
Yeah, that was a little different though. Ciampa,
But again, he still lost.
Ciampa's like the GOAT of NXT. We're like, he's not beating Ciampa.
Right.
Like, push Dream to the main roster. He's one of those guys you don't need to have a title reign. Just go. Kind of like Undisputed Era. Just bring them up.
Yeah.
They're ready. They're great. If NXT is a breeding ground for greatness, these guys are great.
Do they deserve to be brought up?
EC3 before the Dream? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
If they're doing it that way.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
So
maybe Triple H is fighting to keep the guys that he really wants. I don't know.
But they all want their time, though.
And their money, for sure.
Fighting to keep people in NXT is kind of like me fighting to have my sales reps not get promoted to managers if spots open.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, that's not great. So, I don't know. And when they get their call up, when you see those videos, they're like, yes!
Oh, of course.
Even though they know it's coming.
Yeah.
These guys know it's going to eventually come.
Plus, and their pay is going to go up. Maybe not right away, but it's going to go up. If they get another contract.
You think who's like the biggest star to ever sign? Samoa Joe is probably the biggest.
Finn Balor, Nakamura,
bigger than Joe.
Finn Balor, I would say.
So let's take all three of these guys.
Whatever.
What do you think their contract was day one? Think it was like the same as it is now, because they're big stars.
No.
I think it was
okay. Again, not that. Well, it's a publicly traded company, so I think everyone's salary is public information.
Probably something.
But I read once that like Nakamura's NXT contract was like $60,000, which is just like
come on though. That I don't believe. But I didn't know who the fuck he was.
It's not a lot of travel, and you're not on network TV. That's the other thing. You're just on. So I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's hard to say.
It is hard.
So yeah, I don't. Yeah. But I guess right now I'd still lean Shayna Baszler to retain. Bianca could always get. Again, she's super young. I think she's like 20 or something, 21. Right. I mean, she's super young. So
right.
That's that's another reason why it's like the Dream doesn't need it. He's 23. So yeah.
Yeah.
You find anything?
It's just telling me the main roster guys.
Right.
Jinder Mahal made $900,000 this year. Big Show made $850,000. Doing what? I don't know. But even Goldust, how much do you think Goldust made? $400,000 to be Goldust. Yeah. That's amazing money.
I mean, there's probably something on there just because he's been there for so long that
like that.
Yeah.
How much do you think Jericho made? What was he there half the year?
Well, no.
Not even.
No, he was there for the Greatest Royal Rumble. That was it. That's all he did in WWE.
He wasn't in the regular Rumble last year?
No, he wasn't. He literally...
He did a few appearances. He made a few appearances with the list, a couple of places.
Oh, he was on the...
SmackDown.
He was on the... No. He was on the Raw 25th anniversary.
That one.
The Greatest Royal Rumble, where he actually wrestled. So he only wrestled one match for WWE. Pretty sure.
It's too much money for that.
So New Japan and TNA... Well, not TNA. New Japan...
Oh, this has everybody's. Everybody.
So what's Jericho's?
$750,000. Jeez. That's just his WWE.
His WWE?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It says WWE only?
Let's see the source.
No, that just says salary of every WWE superstar.
This is how much they're paid. Yeah, I guess.
It's got to be New Japan.
But I feel like this is coming from like WWE's site or something.
No. They're gonna pay him $750,000 just to make 2 appearances.
So Samoa Joe, 800,000. So I'd love to know what he made his first year in NXT. Now I want to know that comparison. That's what I'm curious about. So I want to see if any NXT guys are in here. Shinsuke's at 400,000 now. Maybe you're right.
I'm putting Samoa Joe NXT.
Wow. Rousey
contract.
makes 3 times more than any other woman.
$5 million, right?
It says 1.5 was this year's salary.
Oh, $5 million I think is the whole contract.
Yeah. Charlotte.
And Charlotte's 500.
550.
But again, once if they main event Mania, whenever the next contract comes up, and with these new TV deals, they're going to get some good money.
Becky, 250,000.
Right, and she's
Tamina,
like
80,000. This is interesting. Who makes more, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, or Sarah Logan?
One of them makes more. I would say.
I'm sorry, one of them makes less. It's interesting.
I would say Sarah makes less.
You would think, right? If you had to pick one, it's Liv.
It's Liv.
By a few thousand.
Damn, she's been there longer than all of them.
It's weird. Maybe it has to do with their negotiating, tactics. Scott Dawson, 250,000. Bo Dallas, 300,000.
Wow.
When do you negotiate? Like when your thing finally hits, you know what I mean? Like, does that when you can negotiate? Like, okay, I'm popular.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it'd be nice if there were. That's the problem is, I don't know, maybe Meltzer knows, because there's not really any real wrestling reporters, because how can you be a real reporter for something like this anyway? But like, yeah, to find like contracts and stuff, I don't know. So whatever.
Yeah.
But again, there was one time where I read that Nakamura's NXT contract was like 60 grand or something, and I was like, Jesus. So who knows if it was real, but yeah.
Right.
All right, moving on. Next up, we have Jackson Riker of the Forgotten Sons.
Who?
The Forgotten Sons.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I know. Yep, me too.
Yeah.
He faced off against a jobber named Mitch Taverna. And Caleb Braxton said that Taverna is from Brooklyn, so Brooklyn Brawler.
Oh, they did say that, yeah.
Brooklyn Jobber.
Yeah, Brooklyn Jabba.
Did you notice anything weird about this whole segment? There was zero commentary. There was no commentary for the entire segment.
I have to admit, once this match started, I might have hit the button a couple of times because I was like, this is garbage. There's no commentary?
They went to commercial, they come back. There's no welcome back. There's no, the music hits. They both make their way to the ring. They have the match. There's no commentary for the match. Jackson Riker wins with his springboard.
Did you look up why or anything?
I tried. I didn't find anything, but other people brought it up too. He wins the match. Yeah. You turn it on.
Well, first it goes to commercial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it goes to commercial.
They since fixed it? Hold on. They fixed it. Yeah, no, there was no commentary when I watched this.
Wait.
Yeah, no, this was not
But
there.
you heard the crowd in the background?
Yeah.
That's so weird that they would let that go to air.
Yeah, because other people online, I looked it up. I was like, is anyone else? And if you looked it up, there was everyone else. Like, so for a couple days, because I watched this last night, so they since fixed this.
Oh.
It was no commentary.
Last night? I watched it yesterday, and I didn't notice that.
I watched it last night. Huh. And I looked it up, and other people were like, yeah, there's no commentary for this Jackson Riker match. And he won. They showed the replay. It went to commercial, everything, and no commentary. So, okay, at least they fixed it.
There you go. Maybe
they forgot to record commentary for that match, and they were like, hurry, we got to go back and do this. I don't know. But, yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
So, yeah, of course, Jackson Riker won.
Yeah.
His springboard powerbomb.
Right.
But who knows if they'll ever get a real push, or are they just going to beat jobbers and that's it? Again, they look just like Sanity.
Once you push these guys like Undisputed up and Ciampa and Gargano and all these guys go up, someone's going to have to take over. Can't just be Matt Riddle. He sucks.
Well, right. What is he going to team with?
Forgotten Sons.
Funkasaurus.
Be like, bro, cool.
What's his name? I call him Funkasaurus because he looks like him.
Oh, yeah, Keith Lee.
Keith Lee.
Yeah.
He's the next Funkasaurus.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, again, they look just like Sanity. Why did you make another team that looks exactly like Sanity?
They remind me of those two giant bald guys that were biker dudes in the WWE.
Oh, 8 Ball and Chains?
Yeah.
What the hell was their name? I don't remember.
The chain balls?
Yeah, but definitely that 8 Ball, that was like a cocaine reference, right?
Right.
That's why they did that.
Yeah.
All right, so next up we have a video package for the Velveteen Dream. And he bragged about how awesome he is. He's only 23, and look how awesome I am. He showed tweets from Hogan, Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, John Cena, and Triple H all putting him over. And then he said, if you thought year 1 was something, year 2 is going to be something else.
Year 1 of him being the Dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Year 2 of the Dream. Which really... Like,
I
what do you
forgot his
mean
real
year
name now.
1? Year 1, like this was year 2. It doesn't make sense. He fought Aleister Black in 2017.
Yeah.
So what do you mean year 1?
Maybe because he was still fighting over his name. Say my name, say my name. This was the first full year as Velveteen Dream.
Oh, I see.
I'm guessing. Yeah.
I don't know. So
Okay. That sounds good. Okay, good.
But again, if he's doing that on NXT, if he's saying that on NXT, then you would think he's not getting called up for a while.
Right.
Like,
already announced who they're calling up.
Like, not right, but again, they could have more people after Mania.
How
but
do
if
you
you're
not,
doing this,
okay, how do you not have either Ciampa, Velveteen Dream, or I'll give you like a Aleister Black, Johnny Gargano. One of these guys have to be in the Rumble. Have to be.
Yeah, I mean Adam Cole was, so yeah,
He was last year.
Yeah.
Along with Almas
Almas.
while he was champ.
yeah.
The year before was
Champ has to be in it. The only thing
Ty
is,
Dillinger.
well, yeah,
The year before that, Sami Zayn, I think, was still in NXT. Was the only NXT
maybe.
combatant.
I don't know. We're
So it's
going
not
too
a lot.
far back now, but
yeah, but like I don't know. I they need to have. I mean, the pop would just be incredible.
again, I think
even if
you
you're not
could-
bringing them up, just have them.
I
Come
think
up
you
with
can
a
make
match.
the argument that Triple H only sent the ones that he was like these. I mean, clearly he did. They're not unless maybe it's all Vince's call, but like Vince did not bring. They didn't call up any top guys. Lars Sullivan is a monster. Like so, you can call him a top guy. I guess he was in the main event picture for a while, but Heavy Machinery never in the main event picture. I mean, they got a title shot tonight, but like. No one ever thought they would actually be the champs.
Right.
Lacey Evans never had a title shot. EC3 never had a title shot. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, true.
If Ciampa appears in the Rumble, he needs to be like he needs to last until like the top 4. But he won't, and that's the issue I have with that. Is like
So you're like, keep him out.
no,
If he's
but
gonna have a bad
no,
showing?
I don't know.
Number
Well, no.
1, he gets eliminated at like 26. That'd be a hell of a run.
That'd be fine.
yeah.
Yeah. That'd be fine. Even if he's like number 1, he gets eliminated like 20 or something. If you had, you know what, the only thing that would make it good is if like he came out and let's say Johnny betrays him by then. I guess it would have to be at TakeOver Phoenix. Like someone else from NXT that he's feuding with eliminates him. Like that would be fine because
That would be fine.
That,
Ty Dillinger was the lone NXT representative in 2017. That seems crazy.
yeah, because that was
Sami Zayn was the only guy the year before that. They only throw up one guy. Maybe
again,
two.
2017 was the year of the star-studded where it was Goldberg, Lesnar,
Yeah,
Taker,
yeah.
where you almost knew everyone who was going to be in the Rumble.
Right, right.
There was like, oh, there's only like 2 spots open.
The one surprise, Enzo. Fuck.
Right. Enzo came in.
And number 30.
Because number 1 was Cass. He introduced Cass, number 1.
I just watched that Rumble again.
Yeah.
Just because of all the star power, and it's
Right.
just curious, like the flow. Because it was like 26,
Was Lesnar.
27. No. It was like 27 was Lesnar.
28 was Goldberg.
26 was Lesnar. 27 was Enzo. 28 was Goldberg.
Yeah.
29 was Undertaker.
And then
30
was
Reigns.
Reigns,
So it was
yeah.
like boom, 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 done. You know,
Right.
it was like, oh God, we're saving all the guys for the
Yeah,
end.
exactly.
But you had to the way they did it.
Yeah.
You know, like
And then Orton
Goldberg
won.
comes in, quick elimination of Lesnar.
Yeah.
Taker comes in, quick elimination of Goldberg.
Yeah.
Reigns comes in, quick elimination of Taker.
Yeah.
So it's like these guys had a collected time of 30 seconds in the Rumble. Jesus.
And then Orton won.
And then Orton wins. And then you know what's funny? That was the biggest boo pop Reigns has ever gotten. And here's why. Number 30. Do you remember who we were expecting that year? Who we had we were like all in on.
Well, again, this was because this only happened when we got to San Antonio and we talked to like 100 other wrestling fans and we all hyped each other up and got each other all excited to be let down. But yeah, of course, we were all Finn Balor.
And then with maybe Kurt Angle comes out here.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
So we're like stoked about either one of these names. But imagine with like Lesnar and Goldberg and Undertaker, you have like an old guy regime. Kurt Angle. Boom.
Yeah.
I mean, they would have lost their mind.
And Jericho, remember Jericho lasted until he was like in the top 4 or 5.
He was in the final
four.
And
that was his year to win it because that was like when he should have won that and then fought Owens for the Universal title, but then Goldberg had to come and fuck everything up.
Right.
Thanks, Goldberg.
Right, exactly.
Go play Santa.
Go play Santa Claus. So they feed us our least favorite wrestler at the time.
Yeah.
So it's the biggest boo pop ever. So when Orton eliminates Reigns, it's a huge pop. And you can see a couple of people do this. Thank God.
Anyone but you,
that.
Roman.
Anyone but you. So it's like everyone seemed to be okay with it. Just so that it wasn't him.
We weren't, though. We were still like, Orton?
No.
Orton? What the fuck?
And that's it.
I think I picked... I'm going back to predictions. I remember I wanted to pick Jericho, but then I was like... But then I think I ended up picking Taker, and I think you did too, or Eric did.
Undertaker?
I think we all picked Taker.
Really?
Because
to win the Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
God, it seems so dumb.
Because who were we thinking he was going to fight? We were thinking he was going to fight, I think, Styles for the WWE title or something like that. Yeah, we were fucking stupid.
Jesus. You sure one of us didn't pick Roman Reigns, even though he wasn't billed to be in it?
We didn't. No, I'm pretty sure no one picked Roman.
Didn't we have 30 names confirmed for that Rumble going in? Or like 28?
No, because 28 because Ty Dillinger, and we didn't know Enzo was going to be in it.
We didn't know Apollo Crews either.
I think,
so it was another name that dropped out.
Gallagher.
Yeah. So there were like 4 surprises.
Yeah.
But we had 28 confirmed going into that Rumble. I remember thinking that. Like, which 2 didn't make it? Like,
Truth.
Goldust never came out.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So,
yeah.
those are the only NXT guys that were on the NXT roster to be in a Rumble were those 4 names. Because before that, 2015 NXT wasn't
again. I
popular
picked
enough.
Taker. I think someone else did it. If not, you and Eric either picked one of those top 4 names, like Taker, Goldberg, Lesnar. You know, like one of those big names was picked.
Right.
Definitely not Randy Orton. And then remember, like the night before the Rumble, all of a sudden on one of those odd sheets, Randy Orton became the huge favorite where you'd have to spend $1 million.
Like
to
instead
win
of 10
5.
to 1, it was like 1 to 300.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, we probably should bet something on this just to win a couple
We're
pennies.
like, what is this stupid shit? And we're like, someone leaked this shit.
Someone leaked it.
This is a huge leak.
Huge leak.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and as far as we know, no one got fired for that.
If you work for WWE, how are you not feeding this information to like one friend to go make money? Yeah, I guess.
Someone did. Someone was.
1 to 300. Hey, you know what? Put $1 million on
Again,
it.
they fixed it since then because we don't even look at the odds anymore because this shit's not getting leaked anymore. No. So at least they fixed it, which is good. You know, like you don't want that shit.
No, you don't want that.
No, you definitely don't. All right, next up we have a video promo backstage with Tommaso Ciampa. You know, his usual thing that he films in the backstage area with his little camera or iPhone or whatever. Yeah. And he says, Johnny Gargano followed my lead and pinned the man that has an opportunity at the NXT title at TakeOver Phoenix. But where does that leave Johnny Gargano? And the Ciampa suggests that Johnny should get a title shot at the North American Championship. And then he says, this is our TakeOver, Johnny. Think about it. The possibilities are endless.
Easy. Yeah, this would be amazing.
Yep.
This would really be amazing if these two are the main champs and they're on the same page. I don't care anymore. I thought that was dumb. You really want Gargano to have you need the payoff of him winning the NXT title from Ciampa. But at this point,
who else could beat Ciampa? That's like when Shawn came back and Triple
You're
H
not
was the
going to like
champ.
my answer.
Hold on. But like when Shawn came back and Triple H was the champ, would it have made sense for anyone else to beat Triple H for that title?
No, sir.
Okay, so who then?
Matt Riddle is going to beat him for the NXT title.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Why?
Because they love him.
Vince is not running the show.
He's the gold. He's Tarzan. He's like as a Disney character.
Come
this
on.
guy.
No way.
That's my pick right now.
You're going to tell me we're going to have a disappointing takeover? We haven't had one yet.
Oh, I don't mean this year. I don't mean this takeover.
No, I know.
But I mean, like,
Well, of
that's who
course.
he'll drop it to. Like in 6 months, maybe the SummerSlam
No
one.
way. No way. I can't believe that.
Okay. Everyone, you know what? Maybe, look, Asuka didn't leave on her back.
No.
So
because they wanted to extend the streak.
Sure. But Ciampa can be like, all right, Goldie, I'm done with you and I'm going to the main roster. And then then
Well,
Regal,
he's not losing
Regal
it.
strips him.
Well, okay, but then he's not losing it to Riddle.
No, I'm saying I hope this happens. What I'm saying, he does not deserve to ever lose that title except to one man.
One man.
Who will die tonight. No, it's one man. One
Right.
man. So there you go. That's my opinion.
The one thing I don't like about, I hate that even Ciampa, because you know how on the main roster no one can say title shot. It's all an opportunity, a title opportunity, and even Ciampa in NXT has to say title opportunity, and it just sounds stupid. Like
Yeah.
it's like is that Vince telling Triple H in NXT they even have to say title opportunity, or is Triple H bought in that he thinks they should say title opportunity?
I don't know.
That's not wrestling.
It's not wrestling.
That is not wrestling.
Why?
Fucking say title shot again. We're the authority. Let them say belt for the you can say championship, you could say title, but you could also say belt if you want to say it. Go back to the Attitude Era. They would say belt. They would say belt more than title or championship. Stone Cold, I want to win back my belt. Like that was they would always say belt.
Wait, say title shot.
Title shot.
Did you say shot like you're for guns? Like you're for guns killing kids?
Yeah, that's probably it.
But Vince would be like, fuck you. Like he doesn't give a damn.
No, Mick Foley though has said like he got in trouble for saying title shot, and Vince is like, "What's a title shot? What's that?" It's like, "What do you mean? What's that?" That's what everyone's been saying.
It's a shot at the fucking title.
That's what people have said for the last 40 years.
Right.
What are you talking about? What's that? And so like Foley would say he would tell him to say title match. Like you're gonna have a title match. It's like even in boxing they say title shots.
Yeah.
UFC they say title shots.
Yeah.
That's just what people say.
Yeah.
Can we please go back to that?
Vince in that like
Are we the authority or not?
I think what makes Vince bad now is he is like, look, I wrote the book on pro wrestling in its current version.
Yeah,
because of that, I'm going to change this.
It's the New Testament.
And it's going to be okay because I'm Vince McMahon.
Right.
I wrote the book. Don't tell me how to write this book. You know what? Fuck you. I'm going to change chapter 2 because I'm Vince McMahon. Yeah. It's my book.
Again,
that's working against him horribly right now.
It is. And again,
horribly.
When fans just want you to just call it wrestling again.
Yeah.
You know, it's whatever. Sports entertainment. You basically invented that word, like that phrase.
Yeah.
That wasn't a thing.
No.
Sports entertainment. Okay, fine. It's sports entertainment. But at least let them say the word wrestling.
You know what's funny is that they invented that when wrestling was a bad word. Oh, you're a wrestling fan, right?
Right.
Then the Attitude Era came.
Yeah.
And it was cool to be a wrestling fan.
World Wrestling Federation.
Then after the Attitude Era, it wasn't cool again. And you know what it is now? Nobody cares.
No one cares.
Everybody has weird. Everyone's weirdness is out.
No, yeah.
We're all out there. Whether you have a foot fetish, you're a wrestling fan, you pick your nose and eat it, it's out there. It's all out there. We're way more exposed than we've ever been. And you know what? Nobody cares.
No one cares.
Nobody cares.
Just call it wrestling again.
Yeah.
That was like when Heyman said World Wrestling Entertainment like last year or early this year. And I was like, holy shit, they actually said wrestling?
Yeah.
Like no one said World Wrestling Entertainment in like 10 years.
Right.
They always just say WWE. Yeah. And it's like KFC now. What does WWE stand for? Nothing.
Nothing.
It's just WWE.
Is it Kentucky Fried? No, it's just
It's KFC. Like NXT. NXT doesn't stand for anything.
No,
it's called NXT, like next.
Yeah.
Like these are the next ones up. But
Yeah. You ever tell anybody that, what's your podcast about? Like sports entertainment?
Right? No.
Yeah. It's like sports entertainment.
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck? Oh, I get it. Yeah, like just sports and
That's the
having
other
fun.
thing is people who aren't wrestling fans wouldn't know what the fuck sports entertainment is. Yeah, I'm a sports entertainment fan.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
Why do you call it that? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Ask Vince. Yeah, just call it wrestling again. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on.
Anyways, main event time. We have Heavy Machinery versus Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly for the tag titles. What'd you think about this?
Good match. I'm glad that they didn't do anything hokey. I felt Undisputed
They
Era
didn't.
needed like a clean win. And
Yeah.
I think that's why they hyped up that these guys haven't lost in 6 months to give Undisputed a more legit win.
Right.
Oh, it's just Heavy Machinery. They don't beat anybody.
Yeah.
No, they haven't lost in a long time.
Right.
So, yeah, I put in podcast sports entertainment.
Uh-huh.
And this is how many are wrestling. No. There's not even like Stone Cold. No. None of them.
That's hilarious.
Sports entertainment.
That one was like a Wedding Crashers poster, but they put their faces in it.
Pod Crashers.
Yeah. That's the Wedding Crashers
Yeah,
poster.
I know, obviously, yeah. Nate Robinson. Oh, and TJ. Yeah, Nate, like the Nate Robinson that was a Nick.
Oh, so not wrestling.
No, just sports. It's
So
entertainment sports.
Type wrestling and see how many wrestling podcasts you get. No, type wrestling and see how many sports entertainment podcasts you get.
None. I put wrestling, and the first one that came up, Grammar Girl.
What the fuck?
And then The Art of Wrestling. But what I like is when you put in WWE
Yep.
and hit search, and
Hold on.
we're at the top 4. Oh, we're 5 now.
It changes every week.
We're 5 because here's who we're losing to: Lillian Garcia.
Right.
We're losing to Maria Menounos' show,
Which
'cause
she's
she
not even-
owns
she's not
AfterBuzz.
even on.
She's not even on. A UFC one,
Yeah.
and then I don't know what the Jetcast is or why it's even up here.
Click on it. Like, they don't even... It's so weird. Like, they haven't even done a show. They've done 2 episodes. Why are they even on there? So something... Their formula's screwed up.
Yeah,
It doesn't
we
make
should be
sense.
number 1 right now. And look, we're over like some of the big ones. I won't mention their names, but some of the big ones were up there first.
Yeah. Again, that's why I kept WWE when we changed the name of the show
Yeah.
to What's Wrong with Wrestling. At the end of this, it says What's Wrong with Wrestling WWE like recap show. Basically,
Oh, it does?
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
WWE.
yeah.
That's why I kept WWE in there just for that reason.
And I think if you put pro wrestling,
Wrestling.
I think that's like you get the Art of Wrestling, you get
Okay, yeah.
PW Torch was again I want to
This is all wrestling.
but where's the Stone Cold is done?
No.
He's on here still, right?
Yeah, he is.
I mean, we're on the top. What is that? Maybe 12.
Yeah.
There's Zack Ryder. Look,
Zack
I don't even
Ryder.
see. I don't see Talk as Jericho
No.
or Stone Cold.
They're just in the... If you just type sports or if you went to categories,
Really?
sports...
They used to both be up here because I used to always look at this because I'm always wondering where we are.
But still, they're still in like the top 10.
then-
If you go to... Yeah, so it's weird. I don't know how they figure this shit out.
Yeah. Anyway,
But if you go to category sports, they're, in the top,
in the
10.
top 10.
I mean, JR, Stone Cold, Jericho, they're all there.
yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways, for the tag title match, there were some nice spots. Strong attempted to drop Tucker's back on the apron, but missed.
Yeah.
So Tucker Knight went straight to the floor. That couldn't have been on purpose.
It
Ouch.
couldn't have been. I mean, that was like a thud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strong also had Tucker in a leg submission, and Tucker was crawling to Otis. So O'Reilly got in the ring and pulled Strong, which pulled both of them, away. That was pretty funny. Tucker Knight then did a moonsault off the top rope, but O'Reilly moved out of the way. But still, Tucker Knight can do that.
Yeah,
That was-
great job.
that was cool.
There was a Strong had Tucker Knight in like a leg lock,
Yeah.
and he's about to reach.
Yeah.
And then O'Reilly, right, comes in and pulls him away, and they say, that's why they're the NXT champs. I'm like,
Right.
because they cheat?
Yeah,
Because they know how to cheat better? Like, why isn't Dojovic jumping in there?
Yeah.
And then, like, doing like a war of pulling? That would have been kind of funny.
Right.
Anyway.
So Strong was struggling to superplex Dozovic off the top rope.
Yeah.
So O'Reilly powerbombed Strong so that he could suplex Dozovic.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then he went for the pin and Otis kicked out. So Strong and O'Reilly hit their tag team finishing move to get the win and retain. They didn't kick out of that.
No kick out, clean win. Good job.
Yeah.
Good match.
Yep.
Greatest match? No, but good match.
Right. And then after the match, all 4 members of the Undisputed Era celebrate on the stage.
Heavy Machinery is not ready for the main roster at all. I like them.
No, they're not.
But they're going to be nothing better than the Bushwhackers once they get up there.
Yeah.
I can't see either one of them. What would Dojovic be like by himself? Like Rhino at best?
Rhino.
Tucker Knight wouldn't be anything more than a Baron Corbin. And he'd probably wish he would be a Baron Corbin someday. So, yeah.
Again, this is just like, we're going to change things up. New faces. It's like, well, yeah, you do that every year. I mean.
Well, but they're NXT.
Right.
You could list every NXT superstar. They're all new faces.
Of course.
Anyone that's been on the show more than 5 times is a new face that'll be on the main roster most likely.
Right.
Someday. So, anyway.
And it's like, yeah, we want people to get called up. That's just how it works. But that's not our biggest complaint of Raw and SmackDown.
No.
It's not new faces. We want to see the ones that we love.
We want new storylines.
Actually win matches.
Yeah.
And,
new
storylines. Have storylines.
Have them.
Have them.
Yeah.
Stop putting Balor in random matches. You know, for the love of God.
Push the right guys. Give us payoffs.
Push the guys
about payoffs.
we cheer for.
Wrestling is about payoffs. Imagine if in UFC, the guy you wanted to win would eventually, at the end of the year, win every time. That's pro wrestling.
Yeah.
It's predetermined. You can go ahead and push the people that you want to win. And yet they still don't do it right.
It's like we've been watching a trilogy of movies and the bad guy wins every fucking time at the end.
Yeah.
Which, like, you know, they changed things up for Avengers Infinity War.
Yeah.
Which is like, okay, you know, this is the one. But, like, every movie with the bad guy wins, and it's like, okay, what the fuck's going on?
Right.
And that's what's been happening.
Yeah.
So, right. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, good episode of NXT. Who was your worst dressed?
I forgot. Yeah, the Forgotten Sons. Like, yeah, who are you? Are you Sanity? Are you biker guys? You know, what's going on there? I don't know. Do something else.
Right.
Doesn't work for me.
I had Mia Yim. Again, you know.
Good pick.
Never liked her look.
Multiple week winner for me.
It looks like, it's like her gimmick is, it's like she doesn't even know what to do with her gimmick. I don't know. Yeah. Best dressed?
Lacey Evans.
Yeah, of course. Worst moment? There really wasn't anything.
Blank.
Yeah, I didn't have one.
What was bad about this show?
Nothing was bad. No. Yeah. I mean, you know, the Sanity match. The Forgotten Son match, that was fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with it.
No.
So, yeah. Best moment?
This was hard, but I'm going to say when Ciampa mentioned Gargano should win the North American title. Okay. I was like, that's really good.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, that's one of those things where, like, now that you said it, how do you not do that?
Yeah. Ricochet has already, like, tweeted, like, you want a shot? Sure. You know, so it seems like
he's taking your title, Ricochet. He's taking your title. It's going to be the best.
Maybe. Johnny never wins, though.
Maybe. The match of the year will be in the first match of... It's probably going to open the show. It'll be the first match of the year. Will be the match of the year.
Right.
Mark my words.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had the powerbomb superplex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
All right, now it's time for some news. So we mentioned WWE had their Madison Square Garden show the night after Christmas, which, again, these Madison Square Garden shows, they need to start airing on the network because they look like the best show of the year.
Make them the new, like, Saturday night's main event. Just say MSG show.
They look like the best show of the year.
They're so good.
I mean, there's
so many insider jokes in these shows.
Yeah.
And these crazy great
There was
things.
a 10-man NXT match, which when they do 10-man tags on the main roster, I'm like, ugh.
Garbage.
But this was a 10-man NXT match featuring Ricochet, Aleister Black, Velveteen Dream, Matt Riddle, and Pete Dunne versus Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong.
God, what? Is there footage of this?
Yeah. I mean, there's people that, fans recorded stuff.
Why, you don't want to pay Michael Cole to do commentary? What are we not doing here?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I don't know.
What if Survivor? That would be that should main event Survivor Series next year.
I know.
Those exact names.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Gargano on the bad guy's side.
Yeah. They teased doing the DIY finisher again, but it was broken up.
Oh.
They were going to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Huh.
Also, Bodyslam.net reported that Cassius Ohno is expecting to be released soon and is reaching out to independent promoters. So Ohno replied on Twitter saying, "You couldn't be more wrong. Get better sources. First time I'm hearing of Bodyslam.net, and I presume it will be the last." Oh no. Oh no.
That's a big He's like, no, we're not getting rid of him. We're not getting rid of him, but we wish him great on his future endeavors.
Right, yeah, exactly. I forgot every time I mentioned Cassius Ohno.
Oh no! Oh no! Yeah. Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
Dave Meltzer says there doesn't appear to be any plans to call up the Undisputed Era anytime in the near future, which I guess would make sense if they're promising to be, covered in gold in 2019, unless they're referring to the main roster. But the way they said it seems like they're not.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, if there's one part of the year where they all are the champs, Adam Cole's the NXT champ, Bobby Fish is the North American champ,
right?
And they got the tag titles. That'd be pretty sweet.
Yep.
WWE posted a picture on social media of Seth Rollins, Ronda Rousey, Tommaso Ciampa, Becky Lynch, and AJ Styles, and asked the fans to reply with who was their favorite champion of 2018. Kind of funny that Brock Lesnar wasn't on there.
Interesting.
But Ciampa replied in his own way, saying, "Are there other champions? I have been too busy over here being the greatest sports entertainer of all time, turning Goldie into the most prestigious title in the universe, and turning NXT into the A show to even notice." And then on Christmas, Ciampa also tweeted, "To my dearest Goldie, Merry Christmas, the champ loves you." And then he signed it, Ciampa Claus.
Sure. It's great.
I feel like when he says, "I'm the greatest sports entertainer of all time," I feel like that's like a sarcastic.
Yes, of course it is. He's not saying I'm the greatest wrestler of all time.
Right.
I'm the greatest sports entertainer of all time. Of course it is.
Yeah.
I don't even think Vince gets it.
No.
He's like, that's exactly how I want it to sound. That's push him. I want it to sound like that.
That's what I think Ciampa's like. Vince is going to love me because I'm just going to say sports entertainment all the time.
All the time.
Yeah. And he's a heel. He should say sports entertainment.
Yes. Well, yes.
Right. Yeah. All right. That's all for news. Let's bring up some fan questions. Okay. Gabriel Ballin, who would you pick to have the next This Is Your Life segment on Raw and SmackDown? I don't think that you should do that. That was Mankind and The Rock. I don't
just
think
never do it again.
Yeah. I mean, again, Alexa tried to do it with Bailey, and it was horrible. Remember that?
It's got yeah.
That was one of the funniest segments we recapped, I think, because with the whole her ex-boyfriend coming,
and making out with her
best friend or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, "I've always loved you," and it was like he was the worst actor of all time.
And she was like butt ugly.
Yeah,
he was kind of hot. Like,
really, you've always loved me, and it's like they're talking as if they're still in high school.
Yeah,
like what are they, 15 years old?
And they're reading it like as if there's scripture in their hands. Really, you love me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it.
They're in their 30s and they're talking as if they're teenagers.
Yeah,
so fucking bad.
Right.
Rachel Graham, Mustafa Ali, the new Seth, or primed for next Saudi visit? Yikes, Rachel. No, I think he's legit good. He needs a personality.
He needs a personality.
He's kind of boring.
Give me some mic time.
But
let me hear him.
Yeah, exactly.
Throw him on the mic. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's see what Bobby Cox. What is the best gift, wrestling related and non-wrestling related, you have received?
Wrestling related was when you gave me the Shawn Michaels DVD/shirt/cross. Best wrestling gift.
Yeah. I think mine was when you sent me the replica title in the mail, and then I beat Dad for the title by pulling him off the couch.
What about when
he just took the pinfall right there.
What about when I made that video for you where you win the championship and I did a claymation?
The claymation.
It may only took me
that
a
was
year,
good.
but yeah, maybe that was cool. I guess.
Yeah,
Only took me a year and a half.
that was pretty cool too. Yeah, that was pretty cool too. Yeah.
Best worst gift, not wrestling related?
Yeah.
I don't know. If you know us personally, ask us.
Yeah.
What's that? I don't know. Best gift ever?
Right. Do sexual favors count?
They have to.
There you go. Daryl Stevenson, with so many call-ups, who do you think will be released or retire from WWE in the next 6 months? Surely WWE can't hold so many talents and not use them. I mean, this is the most talents they've ever had because they're trying to keep them off the indie circuit. But
This has
with
got to be R-Truth's farewell tour.
again, I've said
Goldust.
I've been saying eight in English. We should have a Deadpool, but instead of who's gonna die, it's like who's gonna be released next.
Ooh.
I got Aiden.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. I'm going to say, ooh. I want a shocker. Who's the revival that's not Scott Dawson?
Wilder.
Oh,
man, that's a good one because they've been teasing going to the Elite. That's the thing is WWE's roster is going to get probably a lot smaller soon with All Elite Wrestling if they're going to do a 2-hour show. Who knows how long their show's going to be?
Remember in WCW when they started ripping people from WWE?
Yeah.
I was excited about it.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, sweet.
Yeah.
What? Ted DiBiase was like, we have Hogan, Nash, Hall, me. And next week, five.
Yeah.
Forget who 5 was. Virgil, maybe?
Maybe.
And then 6.
I think 5 was like Disco Inferno.
No.
He was like one of the first ones.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Really? No.
Yeah.
He's not cool.
No. And then who is 6?
6.
6. Yeah, I know. Okay. 6 Pac.
Yeah. That's who he is in the indie circuit. He became 6 Pac.
Yeah.
6 Pac!
No, but if the Revival go to All Elite, I'd be so excited for them.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean? Like you'd be like, oh, cool, they could actually be the Revival now.
Is Sean Waltman in the Hall of Fame?
No.
But he's at all their appearances.
Yeah.
He's always on TV.
Well, they didn't put DX in yet. Road Dogg's not in.
Well, hold on. DX is different because you Triple H. It's hard to put yourself in the Hall of
X-Pac's
Fame.
not gonna get in by himself.
Really? 1, 2, 3 Kid. And...
They're gonna because they're gonna do the DX thing. Only Ric Flair gets to be in twice. Although, well, Triple H would get to be in twice, and Shawn Michaels that'd be in twice. But like X-Pac's not gonna get in twice.
They would put the Road Dogg in. They'd put Billy Gunn in by themselves.
No, well, if they would put them in, it'd be Road Dogg and Billy Gunn. The New Age Outlaws together. No, but I think eventually one day they'll put in DX, all of them.
I get that. But like Shawn and Triple H, I would think that X-Pac would get his own as well.
No.
But is it because he was in a porno, and if you put him in, then you have to put China in?
No.
How was China not in?
Hogan.
Razor Ramon killed someone.
Hogan was in a porno. And he's back.
Is he, though?
Yes.
I mean, there's rumors. We haven't seen it.
But he's been back since he was in a porno.
Yeah.
They re-signed
But
him
that's not a porno.
after the porno.
He didn't do a porno. Someone
did a
recorded him
porno.
having sex
Yeah.
against his will. That's a little different. It's not like he was like, hi,
But still,
it's a porno.
the fact remains, if you Googled Hulk Hogan, you could see his cock.
Yeah.
So it's the same reasoning. That was just a bullshit answer that Triple H gave. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You have murderers in your Hall of Fame. Give
Your
me a
show
break.
was porn for 8 years.
Yeah. Exactly. So ridiculous.
Yeah.
You could Google Triple H and see him doing some pretty fucked up shit.
Really?
Well, like the angles he's been in,
Yeah.
fucking a dead woman. All right, Brian Reaney. I was at the Madison Square Garden holiday show, and the NXT tag team match was hands down the best match of the night. Do you think they could stay in NXT forever? Let's hope so, Brian.
I mean, in a way, I don't want them to, though. You know what I mean?
Again, it's going to be really interesting to see who All Elite Wrestling gets
Yeah.
from WWE, and then shit can get really interesting.
Yeah.
Velveteen Drew, you guys should do a movie recap of The Longest Yard. It's one of my favorite movies, and it has like 4 wrestlers in it. Can you name the 4 wrestlers?
Which movie? Sorry.
Longest Yard.
Yeah, I think so. Great Khali.
That was the first one you thought of? Wow. He was like the last one I thought of.
Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Goldberg.
Yes.
There's one more.
Yeah.
Kevin Nash.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
the Khali was like on their team.
Right.
So I thought of like their team. Okay.
And Goldberg.
Goldberg's on their team?
Yeah. Nash and Stone Cold were the bad guys.
Bad guys / police officers.
Who were playing...
correctional officers.
They were playing 50-year-olds football players. Yeah. Well, I think in the movie they're all supposed to be like 30.
Right, of course. Yeah.
What was the exchange between Kevin Nash, because they gave him the women hormone pills behind his back.
Yeah.
It's like, everyone's trying really hard, and then Stone Cold's like, "Hey, get your ass in the game!" And then he's like, yeah, it's just really funny.
Yeah,
it's a good movie. Franklin Romero, whatever happened to the Street Profits? They won the Evolve titles and never returned. Yeah, hopefully they're staying at Evolve.
They're in Evolve.
They're staying at Evolve. That's just where they're going to be. So good for them.
Bring back Crime Time. Those guys were good.
Why not? Yeah. All right, that's all for fan questions. So that's all for the show.
All right.
Thanks to all of you patrons on Patreon for supporting us. And we'll see you next week. We'll see you next year. Damn. Ooh.
That's nice.
Yeah! If you get that reference, I love you.
Like Stone Cold Steve Austin, it kinda looks like Kevin Owens. Dean Ambrose is in his daydreams, and Charlotte is in his sex dream. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. Obnoxious, crazy, loud, egocentric, no doubt that's Joe. Self-proclaimed strongest and best-looking man in the world. Loves wrestling, but only part-time. Strong, big Flair's pretty sublime, yeah. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. Every served most loved, and he can't really hold in his piss. He made hashtag push Eric Gallo push him off a cliff. He doesn't think Stacy Kubler is that high, and we almost forgot Josh. He's just a troll. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. Always kill
Lashley.